Hello, I'm Quinn and this is Open Awareness Yoga. It's Tuesday Yoga Live. You need the regular set of props, so something to use as a strap, anything that will help you reach your feet, 2 yoga blocks or 2 hardback books about the same height, and today we'll also be using a blanket or a towel, and we'll fold it in a particular way. So here we go. If you're using a towel, you fold it over once at the center. We're going to make a trifold. So take 1/3 of the towel, fold it into the center, and then with the tail, you'll fold that back like an accordion fan you might have made when you were a kid. It makes a pretty small lip. I'll show you that one more time. So from one fold on a blanket, fold it once, 1/3 of the way in, and then take that tail and fold it back for an accordion fold, a trifold. And you'll take that smooth edge and place it on your mat long ways. You'll be laying back on top of it. And then make sure that you've got your strap nearby. And then sit down right in front of your trifold strap your trifold blanket, my goodness, and lay down backwards. So here your buttocks is on the floor, but that tiny little lip that you've created from your towel will be providing some arch support to your lumbar spine. And we'll take Baddha Konasana here, so bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open wide. Bring one hand on your belly and the other hand on your heart. Close your eyes and settle in. Tuning into your breath and letting your body relax and release. Yielding your weight to the earth. Let your shoulders fall. Feel your arms and your legs heavy. And take a snapshot of how you're feeling in this moment. Check in with your body. Do you feel tight or achy or loose, energized or fatigued? And check in with your mind. How focused are you in this moment? Check in with your emotions. Bring your arms, your hands underneath your thighs. Draw the knees together. Toe heel the feet wider than the hips and let the knees knock in towards one another. So we're releasing those inner thighs. Finding some peace and softness in the hips after that opening. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through the mouth. Then toe heel the feet so that they're hips width distance apart. Grab your right knee, interlace your fingers, and draw the knee in towards the chest. Notice if your buttocks is lifting off of the floor. That's okay for now. Take a few breaths, pulling that right knee in. And then allowing the knee to move further away from the chest so that both of your buttocks are on the floor and there's a natural curve in your low back. We work with this neutral spine a lot in my classes. From here, you'll slide the left leg long down to the end of the mat. Then take your left hand, place it on top of your left thigh, and press the left thigh down towards the ground. Some of you might be able to feel the hamstring muscles on the earth. Others might not. Here we're still trying to keep both of your buttocks on the floor. Flex back through both of your feet, so pull the toes towards the shins and reach out with your left heel. Firm that left leg. Making sure to keep both buttocks on the floor will open the right knee out to the right. So you keep the knee bent, but you're opening at the hip. And you might really have to help with that left hand to keep the left thigh glued down on the floor. Take a deep breath in. Let it all out. Another deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull the right knee back to center. Place the foot down on the ground and slide the left foot to meet it. And grab the left knee, hug it into the chest, let the low back round. Notice the interaction between the floor, the towel beneath you, and your hips and your buttocks. That towel is helping us. It's a reference point. It's there to teach us. So using that towel, you'll release the buttocks down to the floor, feeling the natural curve into your low back. And once you find that position, then slide the right leg straight. Flex back with both of your feet, pulling the toes towards your shin. And then reach out with your right heel. Place your right palm on top of the right top thigh and press the right leg down towards the ground. You might even feel an opening through the low belly, through the front side of the body. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it all out. Now let's open the left leg to the left. Knee stays bent, feet stay flexed. Keep pressing the right thigh down to the ground. That right leg is super straight, super strong. You're getting a nice opening through the left side groin. Working into the hip socket. Try to keep both of those buttocks down on the ground. Don't let that right side lift up. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull the left knee back into the chest. Place the left foot down on the ground and slide the right foot to meet it. And then find your strap. Loop it around the ball of the right foot. That's right underneath the toes. And then extend the right leg up into the sky. Lengthen the left leg down the mat. Again, pressing that top thigh down. Don't have to use your hand for this, just using the muscles of the leg. Flex through both of your feet. As you inhale, bend the right knee, and exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last time, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten, and hold. If you've got enough length in your strap, slide your hands down the strap so the elbows are grounded. Check back in with that left leg. Is it firm and strong? And notice both side buttocks. Do you still have a natural curve in your low back? Now we'll be in this shape again, and a lot of different orientations to gravity. So just for now, notice which leg, which foot is in the strap, and which leg is on the ground. Take another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now hold both of the straps in your right hand. Place your left palm back on that left thigh. Turn the right toes open to the right, and then open the straight right leg to the right side of your body. Keeping both buttocks grounded. Keep that left thigh down on the ground or moving down towards the ground. Might not reach. You might notice that you're pressing the very top of that thigh bone where it enters the hip socket down into the ground or back behind you. Keep the feet flexed. On your right foot, the one in the strap, reach out through the balls of the feet to engage the leg even more. We'll also be in this shape a number of times. Legs are similar to triangle pose, to Ardha Chandrasana. So notice which foot is in the strap and which leg is long. Pressing down through the left thigh as you inhale, lift the right leg back up to center, and then release. Start with both feet flat on the floor, so slide that left knee bent. And then loop the strap over the ball of the left foot. Straighten the left leg up into the sky and slide the right leg long. A few times we'll bend and straighten. Inhale to bend the left knee. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last time, inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Flex through both of the feet. Reach out through the right heel and press the top right thigh down with muscular effort. If you can, ground your elbows. Left foot in strap, right leg is grounded. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now hold both of the straps in your left hand. Place your right palm on the top of the right thigh. Press that thigh down. Turn the left toes open to the left and open that left leg down towards the floor. Keep that right thigh pressing down. Reach out through the ball of your left foot, reaching into the strap. Breathe. Both legs as straight as possible. One last deep inhale breath here. And as you exhale, bring the left leg back up to center. Bend the knee and place both feet flat on the floor. Set your strap somewhere off to the side. Roll on over onto one of your sides and then press yourself up to hands and knees. And if you've got sore knees, you might use the towel that you have folded underneath your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Turn your index fingers to point straight in front of you. Knees underneath the hips. Reach the crown of the head forward and your tailbone back. Nice long spine. Press down into the palms and into your knees, shins, and the tops of your feet, and feel that rebound effect lifting you off of the earth. Curl the left toes under, straighten the left leg out behind you, toes on the ground. Hug the outer right hip into the midline, and then squeeze into your left buttocks to lift the left heel to hip height. Keep reaching the crown of the head forward, the tailbone back. Curl the right fingertips forward, and as you inhale, lift the right arm to shoulder height, palm facing the left. Bird dog pose. Feel a nice long spine here, low belly hugging in towards the low back so we're not collapsing into the abs. One more breath in, press down through left palm, right knee. Use an exhale breath to ground the right hand and left knee. We have a second side. Curl the right toes under. Stretch the right leg back behind you, toes on the ground. And then reestablish that long spine. Crown reaches away from tail, tail reaches away from crown. Hug the outer left hip in towards the midline. Squeeze the right buttocks to lift right heel to hip height. Low belly hugging up and in. Curl the left fingertips forward. Inhale, lift the left arm to shoulder height, palm facing the right. Keep reaching crown away from tail. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, plant your hand and knee down, or you're in all fours. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your hips. Exhale, round the spine to the sky. Inhale, dropping belly, lifting heart, shoulder blades draw down the back. Exhale, tuck your tail, round the spine, shoulder blades pull away from the spine.
Inhale back to a neutral spine. Curl your toes under. Walk your hands far forward and come into a plank pose. Shoulders are over your wrists. Heels are over the toes. Reach the crown of the head forward, the tailbone back. And remember when your straight legs were pressing down into the earth when you were on your back? Here, press them up towards the sky. So you're finding that same engagement in your legs. One more breath in. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up high to the sky. Flow through this. Inhale, come forward into plank pose. Strong legs, thigh bones pressing up. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high, head hangs. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, forward, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out. One more time, inhale. Bend your knees. As you exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Knees can bend as much as you need to. Hang the head. Bring your hands to your outer shins. As you inhale, come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Spine is long. Wait for an exhale breath. When it comes, bow back down, folding in. Bend the knees slightly. As you inhale, roll up through the spine. Drop the weight of your buttocks down to lengthen the low back. Nice. Now, if you don't have the books at the top of your mat or your blocks, find them. You might need them, so have them accessible. And then walk your feet together so the inner edges of the feet touch. Look down at the feet. Broaden the feet on the earth. So lift up the right toes, stretch them away from the heels, and place them back down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Lift up the left toes, stretch them away from the heel, and place them back down. Take a look at your knees. Can you line up the center of your knees with the center of both feet? Feel how that engages your hips. Press evenly down through the balls of the big toe and pinky toe and the center of each heel. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Palms facing forward. Lift your back ribs and bring your chin parallel to the earth. Tadasana. Now remember that feeling of your thighs pressing back down to the floor. Find that here. Press the top thighs back. Reach the tailbone down between the heels. As you inhale, lift the arms overhead, palms facing one another. Soften the tops of your shoulders, but straighten through the elbows, stretching through your triceps. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, legs still strong. One more breath in. And as you exhale, dive forward, hinge at your hips, bring your fingertips down to the ground or find your books and bring your hands to the books so that you can reach something. As you inhale, come up halfway. Spine grows long, legs are straight. Exhale, set the books aside, plant your hands and step back, plank pose. Inhale into your plank pose, legs are super strong. Now knees come down to the ground. As you exhale, bend your elbows straight back and lower all the way down to the earth. Point back through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest off of the ground. Reach your tailbone between your knees. Cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. And exhale, walk those feet forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Use your books if you need them. Inhale, come up halfway. Legs are straight, spine is straight. Exhale, forward fold, back into Uttanasana. As you inhale, bend the knees slightly, come all the way up to standing and continue by lifting the arms overhead. Keep the arms overhead. Legs are strong. Tops of the thighs press back, tailbone reaches between the heels. Lift the back ribs, soften the top shoulders, straighten the arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale into plank. Leave your knees up off the ground or lower them down to the ground. Use an exhale breath. Bend the elbows straight back and lower everything down to the earth. Inhale, lift your chest, cobra pose, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, walk those feet forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, come up halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana, come all the way up to standing. Exhale here, arms reaching down by the sides of the body. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, virabhadrasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, come up halfway. Exhale, plank pose. Strong belly, strong legs. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale, cobra pose, lift the heart, long low back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through the mouth. One more, inhale. Through the mouth, exhale. And bring the knees down to the ground, wider than the hips. Big toes come to touch. Sink your hips back onto your heels and place your forehead down on the earth. If your forehead doesn't reach the earth or your hips don't land on your heels, stack your books, place them underneath your head. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Smooth it out, slow it down. Inhale, back into hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, come up halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold in. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and release them down by the sides of your legs. Now take a quarter turn and step your feet out wide. Make sure that you've got your books nearby. Actually, we'll hold one of them in the right hand for this next pose. So the feet, if you bring your hands out to a T, the ankles are underneath your wrists. So the legs are quite wide here. Then you can release the hands. And from deep within this right hip socket, turn the entire right leg out. Press your left heel down to the ground, pick up the toes, and bring the toes in slightly. Now arms out to a T, inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. As you inhale, reach forward with the right arm, long spine. Exhale, bring the book down to the ground behind the right foot, and then swing the left arm overhead, palm facing down. Utthita Baddha Konasana. Press down into both of your heels. And then press the right knee open towards your right arm. Scoop the right buttocks underneath you. As you inhale, grow the right side ribs away from the right hip. Exhale, turn to look underneath your left arm. Press down through both heels. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms stay out to a T. Exhale, parallel your feet. We're going into the second side. Deep within that left hip socket, turn the left leg out. Ground your right heel and turn the right toes in. Inhale here. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Place the book in your left hand. Reach the left fingertips forward, 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 and then plant the book behind the left foot. Swing the right arm overhead, palm faces down. Press down through both heels. Press the left knee open into the left arm and scoop the left buttocks underneath you. Inhale, grow the left side ribs away from the side waist, and as you exhale, turn to look underneath your right arm. Utthita Baddha Konasana, extended side angle. Press down into both heels. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Then parallel the feet and place the book in your right hand. You can rest the arms down for a second. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through the mouth. Resume nasal breathing in and out through the nose. We'll head into Trikonasana, triangle pose. From that right hip socket, turn the entire right leg out. Press down into the left heel, angle the left toes in. As you inhale, open the arms. And here we leave both of the legs straight. Bump the hips back to the left, reach the right fingertips forward, and keep both side waists long. When you can't reach anymore, bring that book down to the ground, left arm up to the sky, Trikonasana. Now we've been in a shape like this before. Remember when the strap was on our right foot and our left leg was planted on the ground. Same legs. Breathing here. And we're moving from here into a balance pose. So take a look down at your right foot. Bend your right knee slightly, and then reach the right hand with the book in it about a foot in front of your right pinky toe. Step the left foot in about a foot. Press down into your right heel. Keep the left leg super strong, and as you inhale, float the left leg up into the sky. Ardha Chandrasana. Flexing both of your feet. Press out through the left heel. Press down into the right heel. Now remember, the strap was around your right foot. The left leg was pressing into the floor. And we started in our practice on the back. Can you feel that same engagement through the top of the left thigh, pressing slightly back behind you as the tailbone reaches towards the left heel? One more breath in. With grace and control, come back into triangle pose. Plant the left foot behind you. Lift your left arm in the air. And inhale, press into the heels, come up to standing. Place the book in your left hand. And we'll go to the second side. Start by paralleling the feet. Then from the left hip socket, turn the left leg out, angle the right toes in. Inhale, lift the arms out to a T. Bump the hips back to the right. Reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can. When you cannot reach anymore, lower the left book and hand to the floor. Right arm up to the sky. Trikonasana. Breathing here. Now make that right leg super strong. Press down into the right heel. And remember that feeling, top right thigh moving back as if your leg was pressing into the floor. Now take a look down at your left foot, bend the left knee, step the book far in front of the left pinky toe, bump the right foot in slightly, right leg is super strong, and as you inhale, float the right leg into the sky, Ardha Chandrasana. Reaching through both of your heels. Get that feeling of the right leg pressing into the floor. Feel it strong. Feel it engaged. Now we head back into triangle pose with grace and control. Step the right leg far back. Come back into utthita Trikonasana. Press down into both of your heels. As you inhale, come back up to standing. Parallel the feet. If you have trouble reaching the floor when you forward fold, grab both of your books. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, hinge from the hips. Bring your hands down to the floor, or the books down to the floor. Now press down through both of your feet. Reach your inner thighs away from one another. And bring your hips between the heels. So for most people, that means move your hips slightly forward. Plant your left hand directly underneath your nose. Press down more firmly through the right foot, and as you inhale, twist open to the right. Lift your right arm up into the sky. Keep the hips centered between your heels. Press down through that left hand, draw the left shoulder blade down the back, and then press it forward towards the chest to revolve a little bit deeper. Deep breath in, And exhale to change sides. Plant the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. Twist open to the left. Press more firmly through the left foot to center your hips. Press down through your right hand. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. And then press it forward into the chest to twist a little deeper. One last breath in. As you exhale, bring both of your hands back down to the ground. Either stay here in the halfway position or walk your hands between your legs, bringing the head down towards the ground. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, so you're lifting the shoulders away from the floor, and draw your elbows together. They won't touch, but the upper arms become parallel. Let the head hang and breathe. Prasarita Padangusthasana. Walk the hands back to the halfway position underneath the shoulders and come up halfway. Plant down through your feet. If you have books, let them go. Everybody bring your hands to the hips. Pull the elbows together behind you. And inhale, come up to standing. Nice, bend into your knees and either walk the feet together or hop them together. Release your hands along the side of the body. Press down through the feet. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Tadasana. Close your eyes. Yield your weight down into the earth. Feel the crown of your head lifting to the sky. So take a quarter turn, stand back at the front of your mat. We'll take Surya Namaskar B. As you inhale, chair pose, sink your hips, lift your arms. Exhale, stay. Take a breath in, straighten the arms. As you exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back, plank pose. You can use the knees here. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way down. Inhale into your cobra pose or your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Keep your hips square. Exhale, shift forward into plank. Pull your right knee to your nose. Swing the right foot forward between the hands. Plant it down. Come up onto your fingertips and lower the left heel down towards the middle of your mat. Press down through both heels. Right knee stays deeply bent. As you inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips and your arms overhead. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back, plank pose. You can head straight into downward facing dog from here, or exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everyone together. Inhale, left leg comes up behind you. Exhale, plank, pull the left knee to the nose. Swing the left foot between the hands. Come up onto your fingertips. Swivel the right heel down towards the middle of the mat. Press down through both heels. Left knee stays bent. As you inhale, shoulders over hips, arms overhead. Warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands down on the ground. Step back, plank pose. Either head to downward dog or child's pose. Otherwise, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath in here. And exhale, child's pose. Knees come down. Settle in. Find your breath. Smooth it out. You can rest here as long as you need. When you're ready, rejoin. If you're ready now, find downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Feet together if possible. We'll hang out here in our forward fold a little longer than we have been. If you need your books, if you can't reach the floor, find your books. If there's any pain or strain in your low back, use your books. Don't push it. Try to get your knees straight here. Spread the backs of your thighs. Bring your weight forward towards the balls of your feet. Lift your shoulders away from your ears. Shake your head no, release the head. Now everybody, find your books, one in each hand, place them underneath your shoulders, and come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana, feet are together. Reach your heart forward. Shoulder blades draw down the back. Reach your tailbone away from the rest of the spine. Now remember that feeling of your thighs pressing down into the earth. Press them back behind you here. Strong legs. Shift your weight into your right foot. Squeeze the left buttocks and lift the left heel to hip height. It's a variation of virabhadrasana 3 or warrior 3 pose. Hug the low belly in. Reach that left heel behind you. And here, remember when the strap was around your right foot and the left foot was on the floor. Can you imagine that the floor is above you? The back of your head, your shoulders, your buttocks, and your heel are pressing into the floor. Can you imagine that that strap is around your right toes? You're stretching through the right hamstrings like we did when we started class. Now slowly and with control, lower a straight left leg down to meet the right. And take a little bend and straighten in your knees. And we'll do the second side. So let's start from Ardha Uttanasana. Legs are straight, feet are together. Hands are pressing down into the books. Spine reaches long. Low belly hugs in towards the spine. Shift your weight into your left foot. Squeeze the right buttocks to lift the right heel to hip height. Now again, imagine the floor is above you. You're pressing the back of that right thigh into the earth, which is up into the sky. The strap is around your left foot, stretching through that left hamstring. And can you remember the feeling of the towel or your blanket underneath you supporting the natural curve in the lumbar spine? And with control, slowly lower that right leg down to meet the left. Bend the knees, straighten them, and fold forward once more. You can bend the knees here and do what feels best. You can always rest in a child's pose. It's been hard work. So we'll all meet standing. Press down into your feet, sink the weight of your hips, and roll up through the spine. Now find your strap. We're here at our peak pose, what we've been working towards. It's another balancing posture, so if you need a piece of furniture or a wall to balance with, find one. And let's just set the strap aside for a moment. We'll start like we did in the beginning of class, with one knee pulled into the chest. So feet together, Tadasana. Shift your weight into your left foot, and then pull your right knee up into the chest. Interlace the fingers and hold on. We've been here before, we were just laying on our back. Remember the feeling of both buttocks on the floor and your left thigh pressing into the earth behind you. Press it back behind you now. Now bring your left hand to your hip, right hand still on the knee. Open that right knee to the right. both side waist long. Drop the right hip down and keep pressing the top of this left thigh back as you reach your tailbone down. Bring the right knee back in front of the hip and release. We'll change sides. Left knee comes into the chest, interlace the fingers, hold on. Level your hips. And now press the top of the right thigh back. Bring your right hand to your hip. Open the left knee to the left. Keep pressing this right thigh back, strong standing leg, allowing us to open with more freedom that left leg. Bring the left knee back to center. Tadasana, both legs together, arms reach down. Now you can repeat that, especially if the balance was quite challenging for you. Or we'll try with the legs straight, our foot in the strap. So hold on to both ends of the strap like you're going to jump rope with it. And you're in Tadasana, left leg is strong. Step the right ball foot into the strap. You can crawl your hands down the strap as you pull that right knee in towards the chest. This can be a little tricky. All right, drop the right hip down, level the hips. Find that left leg, standing leg strong. Press the top of the thigh back. Here we go. Straighten into the right leg. We have been here before. We started class this way. Remember the feeling of the floor beneath you. Back of the head, shoulders, buttocks, and back of the left thigh are pressing into the floor. Right leg is straight, pressing out through the ball of the foot into the strap. Now hold both of the straps in your right hand. Bring your left hand to your hip. Turn the right toes open to the right. Keep that strength in the left leg as you open the right leg to the right. Toes are facing up towards the sky. Breathe. Soften your shoulders. Utthita, hasta, padangusthasana 2. Now slowly bring that right heel back in front of the hip and release the strap. Tadasana. Bend and straighten your knees a few times. We'll do the second side. So again, you can repeat. Knee into chest, open up with a bent knee. Or find your jump rope. Find your strength in your right leg. And then head into your balancing practice. Plant the ball of your foot in the strap. Find the right leg, firm, pressing behind you. And then straighten the left leg long. So we've been in this shape now 3 different times. Once on our back, once in Warrior 3. You might imagine that left leg is standing on the ground and the right leg is up into the sky, buttocks muscles engaged to hold it there. Now put both of the straps in your left hand. Bring your right hand to your hip. Keep that right top thigh pressing back, tailbone reaching down. Turn the left toes open to the left and open the left leg. Now slowly bring that left foot back forward. Release the strap. Bend and straighten your legs a couple of times. And find your strong Tadasana. Spread the feet on the earth. Press down evenly through big toe mound, pinky toe mound in the middle of both of your heels. Press the tops of your thighs back. Reach your tailbone down. Roll the shoulders back. Lift your back ribs up. Chin parallel to the earth. Trust your position. Soften into it. Breathing through your nose. And blink your eyes open if you have them closed. Toe heel the feet a little wider than the hips. Toes turn slightly out. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend your knees deeply, sinking your hips down between your heels. Draw your shoulders between the legs, and then press the elbows open into the legs. Lift your heart. Yogi squat, Malasana. Lengthen the back of your neck. Release your low back. And release the hands to the floor. Some of you might be able to just sit right back down on your butt. Otherwise, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward, and then work your way down to your buttocks. Now find your towel. You might fold it over one more time and then sit on top of it. Baddha Konasana, the little lift under the buttocks. Spread your legs wide into a straddle. Toes pointing straight up to the sky. Release the backs of your thighs down to the earth. Bring your fingertips behind you. Press down and lift your heart. Breathe. Either stay here, bring the fingertips in front of you, and then hinging at the hips, crawl the hands forward any amount. Soften the shoulders down the back. Breathe deep. Crawl the hands back in towards your hips. Lift the shoulders over the hips. And bring your hands underneath your knees. Bend the knees and walk the feet together. Here we'll take the left leg, slide it underneath the right leg, knee pointing straight from center. Then step your right foot over the left leg. Toes pointing forward as best you can. Plant the right foot down on the floor. Place your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the left arm up into the sky. And as you exhale, twist to your right, bend your elbow and hook the elbow on the outer right knee. Take a deep breath in, lift up through the spine. As you exhale, twist around your navel. Maybe look behind you. Breathe smooth. Ardha Matsyendrasana. First, just your head, come back to center, comes back to center, and then your shoulders follow. And now here, if you can, stack your knees. So crawl that right foot further to the left so that the knees come to stack. Now if that's uncomfortable, lay down onto your back. Cross the right leg all the way over the left, pull them into the chest, and hold on to your shins. Same stretch in the hips. If you're still seated, keep your weight back into your hips, but bring your fingertips forward in front of the knees. Press down and forward with your hands to sink the weight further back, and then crawl as far forward as you like. Breathing here into a variation of Gomukhasana, cow face pose. If you're leaning forward, sit back up. If you're on your back, unwind and come back up to seated for the twist. Uncross your legs. Both feet are in front of you. Let's straighten the legs for just a second. Go easy on the knees. And now we'll find the second side. So bend the knees. Right leg crosses underneath the left leg. Right knee right at your center line. Step the left foot over the right, plant the left foot on the floor, toes facing forward. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left, hook the right elbow on the outer left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper, maybe turning to look behind you. Find a rotation at your navel. Soften your shoulders away from the ears and breathe. First, the head comes back to center, and then your shoulders follow. If you lie down on your back for the first side, do so on this side. Otherwise, you'll stack your knees by scooting your left foot further out to the right. Keep your weight sinking down into your hips. Bring the fingertips in front of you. Press down and forward to shift your weight back, and then crawl any amount into this shape. Breathe and settle. Curl the hands back towards your knees, sit up, uncross the legs, straighten them in front of you. And we'll make our way onto our backs. So come off of your blanket, set it aside or use it as a pillow underneath your head. Once you get on your back, keep your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Bring the hands along the side of the body. Feet hips width distance apart. Roll the shoulders underneath you so you spread open across the top of your chest. Reach your tailbone between the heels so you feel your low back lengthen. As you inhale, lift your hips off the floor. Stay here or interlace your fingers underneath your buttocks and roll the shoulders even further underneath you. Press down into the inner edges of the feet. Press your feet into the earth and forward to lift your sternum towards your chin. Soften the sides of your neck. Take a deep breath in, stretch across your collarbones. Stay as you exhale. One more breath in. Now separate the arms and slowly release your hips back down to the floor. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Press the right thigh away from you, moving into a figure 4 stretch. You can stay here or pull your left knee into your chest, interlacing your fingers on top of your hamstrings. Breathing through your nose. Soften your jaw. Relax your neck. Place your left foot back on the floor and change sides. Cross your left ankle over the right knee. Press the left thigh away from you. Stay here or pull the right knee in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers between your thigh and calf. Relax through the facial muscles. Feel your breath in your body. And release the right foot back down to the ground and pull both of your knees into your chest. Happy baby. Soles of the feet come to the sky. Spread your knees apart and then reach to either hold on to the backs of your thighs, your outer ankles, or weave your elbows between your knees and hold on to your outer feet. That way you can pull the knees down along the sides of the body. maybe rocking side to side. Breathing deep into your belly. Bring your hands along the outer knees. Pull the knees together. Release your arms out to a T or bend 90 degrees at the elbow. Inhale here. Exhale, twist the knees over to the right and turn your head to the left. Simple twist. Hug your navel back towards the spine. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, other side. Knees left, turn your head to the right. Hug your navel into center. Inhale, bring your knees back. Plant your feet down on the floor. Bring your arms along the sides of the body, palms face up. Then straighten your legs, spreading them a little wider than hips width distance. Shavasana, final resting pose. Again, yield your body down into the earth. Release any holding, any resistance. Let go of all effort, all trying. Let this be like a deep sleep, if only for a few minutes. Relax the skin of your forehead. Soften your temples into your hairline. Release your jaw. Relax your throat. Arms are heavy, shoulders spread in the earth. Spine settles down with gravity. The buttocks spreads. Backs of your thighs and calves melt like butter. Breath flows naturally. Stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, slowly sit up. Thank you for practicing with me. Let me know if you have any questions.